So today, we have two members from the Walking Dead TV series going head to head. Michonne versus Morgan Jones. Who wins? Well, let's find out. So, after the zombie apocalypse started, Michonne lost everyone she loved, including her boyfriend, brother, and infant son, reclusing into solitary. She found a samurai sword in which she honed and perfected her swordswomanship and surviving skills, and became a fierce warrior. She eventually met up with Rick Grimes and his group at the prison and became a prominent member of the group. She's very impressive physically, being strong enough to easily cut people and walkers' limbs off with her sword, hold back a walker with one arm while laying down, and to hold her own against the governor, who is bigger and stronger. She's tough enough to survive a beating from the governor and keep on fighting, as well as being severely cut in the stomach while 7 to 8 months pregnant. She also just has a high pain tolerance and endurance, as she walked several miles from Woodbury to the prison with a bullet in her leg on a hot Georgia summer day and didn't pass out. And she's fast enough to easily evade most melee attackers and quickly kill them, and she has quickly taken down groups of walkers several times single-handedly. Despite having no training, she has honed her skills with her sword as if she was a trained samurai. She has easily killed several melee attackers and small groups of walkers single-handedly. Even without her sword, she was able to fight on equal footing with the governor. She's also skilled in using things in her environment as weapons, like when she used a piece of glass to stab the governor's eye. And finally, she's a formidable markswoman, but she's not as good as someone like Rick or Daryl. In the other corner, we have Morgan Jones. After the zombie apocalypse started, Morgan Jones lost everything, his wife and his son, in which he entered a dark state of mind because he blamed himself for their deaths, became cold, heartless, and even suicidal. After meeting a monk living in the woods named Eastman, he returned Morgan to his former self through training him in Bojutsu and Aikido. Despite being over 40, he's still quite physically impressive. He's strong enough to break bones and to kill people and walkers with one hit with his staff. He's tough enough to keep fighting after being stabbed in the leg, and he's fast enough to quickly take down entire groups of walkers without using much energy single-handedly. Due to his training in Bojutsu and Aikido by Eastman, he's one of the best fighters in the entire Walking Dead franchise, as he is an actual martial artist. With his bow staff, he has single-handedly put down and killed several people attacking him at once, as well as several groups of walkers quickly and single-handedly. He's also an excellent marksman with virtually all firearms, being able to quickly hit consecutive headshots with pistols and assault rifles. And finally, he can use his bow staff for more than just as a blunt weapon, as he can use both ends of it as a piercing attack to stab enemies as well. So, just to be clear, I'm only using their TV versions, nothing from the comics. So, in the Walking Dead universe, there aren't many actual skilled fighters, but these two are a part of a small portion of characters who actually are skilled, and arguably the two most skilled out of the entire franchise. So, who wins? Well, they're both physically impressive, arguably peak human at times. I'd say Morgan is stronger, as he's able to break bones with his bare hands and kill people and walkers with one hit from his staff with ease. But Michonne isn't far behind, as she's able to easily slice people and walkers' limbs off through their bones. I'd say they're close in durability as well, as both can keep on fighting while severely injured and exhausted. But I'd say Michonne has a higher pain tolerance and endurance, as she was able to walk several miles from Woodbury to the prison with a bullet in her leg on a very hot Georgia summer day, and remain conscious through all of it. And now with speed, I'd say they're pretty even here as well, as both have quickly killed groups of walkers, and both have quickly reacted to and killed walkers that were very close in biting them and or friends. But Morgan is capable of swinging and moving his staff faster than Michonne can her sword, but if she applies herself, she can keep up. So they're both very close physically. So what about skill? Well, we basically have a samurai versus a monk. Both have shown great skill with their weapons, which is especially impressive for Michonne, as she taught and trained herself in the way of the samurai and swordsmanship. She was even able to technically beat the governor without her sword, while he was pissed and emotionally distraught over her killing his daughter, who was a walker at the time. But with that being said, I have to give this advantage to Morgan, as he was actually trained in Bojutsu and Aikido, and is possibly a master of both. And like I said earlier, he can move his staff faster than she can her sword. Now, who has the more effective weapon? Well, the sword and the staff are both very effective against walkers and melee attackers. The staff is lighter, isn't limited to being held by a handle, and both ends can be used as a weapon, while the sword has a very long razor sharp blade on it, and every inch of it can cut through flesh easily. With that being said, I believe the staff is more effective than the sword because of its advantages I just mentioned, and because Morgan can rack up combos by hitting people with both ends of it several times, followed by a wicked blow or stab to the head. And to be honest, a bow staff is a great counter to a sword in any melee attack, really. So, who wins? Well, it'd be cool to see these two fight, but it's got to be Morgan. Michonne's only real advantage is her pain tolerance and endurance, and that's not enough to counter Morgan's greater strength, skill, and his more effective weapon. Morgan Jones wins. Like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below, and please hit the notification bell. Have a great day and all that great stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.